the first guy who is going to the future is John, and then we just follow, you know. So
Oh,
That
like
sounds
those
good.
like those tiny chickens, you know, after the chicken mama, you know. So
yeah.
yeah,
I need to be a little chick today. I want to be a chick. I don't. I don't want to be the hen.
why not? To be example, it's always nice, right? To be a leader, you know.
The
Yeah.
leader,
Did
right?
you guys remember?
I
Oh
didn't
yeah, you
remember.
prepared. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm out of yeah, I had a coaching session just finished 2 minutes ago and it's actually good.
Yeah.
Alice, you do remember. John, do
It's
you
just
have
cranberry juice.
do you have
Oh,
a drink with you?
I don't, but you know I can easily go get one.
Yeah.
Hello,
Well,
guys.
Hello.
hello, Irene.
I admit I need to drink a little bit of water because I had the conversation just finished, like you,
Okay.
Alex.
Okay. So she'll be back. All right. So where we are gonna start with going back to the future? What would it really mean? Well, I mean, from my point of view, again, I'm kind of imagining. First of all, of course, COVID is kind of over, and I do believe that 21 is going to be end of it, one way or another. And I'm just curious, what how world will be different after that, after we have a little bit of distance from the event. Right now we are still in it, but usually perception of the event changes over time, and I'm just curious how COVID will be perceived and what would it mean to be back, to the future. What do you think, guys?
Well, I'm going to jump in. When I was thinking about this back to the future, and I was thinking about COVID and thinking about 2020 and 2021, I decided that out of all of that, what I've gotten out of it is the awareness that the only thing that that's really important to me is today. Because our today, what the choice we make today, will tomorrow become our past. And today, it is our future. So if whatever I do today, if I stay aware of what I'm doing today, I'm both going back to that's the only time I can create my past is today, whatever I do today. And I'm also creating my future. So if I want to go back to my future tomorrow, my today will be my back to my future. And that's kind of digging deep, but that's how I sum 2020 up for me. That yes, I can go back to my future, but I have to decide it today. Because when time flip over to tomorrow, my today will be my past. And my yesterday will be my future.
Very nice. Very nice. So it's almost like we are touching, it's almost like some kind of stream, but we are touching that stream just in one particular point. And the whole control is right there where we are touching it.
Yes.
All others are just whatever, perception or prognosis or expectation. So it's all not real. Real is that touch.
Yes. That one moment where we are now is determining our past and our future. And what got me thinking on that line was I remember this. It's in Rome. It's a chapel in Rome. It's a crypt, and it have all the walls are made of all these bones of these friars, and it says, "What we are now, you will one day be, and what you are, we once were." And I thought, wow, that sums it all up
Yeah.
for me.
I think
Wow.
we're all done now, right?
Yeah, I think we are done, guys. Drinks and let's get celebration. I think it's done. I don't think we need to talk about any
Alice,
longer.
I know,
Oh
Alice.
gosh, I don't have the
I
cup
know,
of wine.
Alice is going to drink for us. You know,
Yeah,
she's going to do it all. I completely forgot.
yes. No, I remembered, but I just didn't have time to fetch it,
Yeah.
and it's fine. And to be honest, in my house right now is just vodka. There is no soft drink. So yeah, I'm kind of on a
Vodka works.
heavy artillery right now. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, yeah, but I think Alice, you said it, and I think what I was going to bring, and you summed it up so beautifully, but it was about being in the now and being in the present, and how that really moves our past and moves us into the future, but it's about being very present. And I think that so many of us have had to kind of navigate this idea of we have to let go of the past. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves in the future because we have experienced the uncertainty of what that future will look like. And in some ways, for many of us, it made us be in this space. And it's uncomfortable for some people. I know oftentimes it's uncomfortable for me to be very, very present and be in this moment. But that's the only thing we have. And the ironic thing is I just had this conversation with a very good friend of mine who is starting to understand some of this, because she's been caught in the past and she's been constantly thinking about the future, and she's realizing that she's not living her life each day. She's not really enjoying that moment, whatever that moment might be. And I think the other thing is about letting go of expectations and what things should be. We talked so much about this in the previous discussions, but I think that's also what for many people they've learned to begin to do is to let go of what things should be, because we have no control.
Exactly.
And so I think that's part of it. There are certain things that we think we can control, but in the big picture, not really. Not
No.
really. And I would just simply add that as I think about 2021, I am hopeful, but I'm also trying to be very realistic that we still have a huge bridge to cross here in terms of when COVID, will, I don't know, it will never really go away, but we'll have the medicines and the ability to at least keep it at bay. But I think the biggest lesson and kind of my takeaway for the future is that life is very precious. And this is why living in this moment is so important. And I think that my own personal kind of vision of 2021 is to live a life that I see is well lived, and that is going to be about being in the present moment and really, really paying attention to the small things. If it's the smile on my son's face or the giggle that I hear or the the sunrise in the morning, it's not about the career. I mean, that's important, or about these identity pieces that so many of us are caught into, but these very simple moments that I think will provide I don't know, they'll provide some hope for us. Yeah, so I think in the end, the biggest thing that's going to happen, because I was listening to somebody talk about this, when we can all begin to come together, what is that going to look like? The ability to give somebody a hug or
Mhm.
hold their hand or be in a space where we haven't been able to be in. That's really exciting. And I think now we will have an appreciation for this that we never had before. I really I really believe this, that we're going to have a new sense of connection and a new sense of what it means to be with other people, and be present with them. So that's what I that's what I kind of envision as I go back into this future, of 2021.
Nice. Very
Mhm.
good. Really nice. Nice picture.
Irene,
Oh my God.
thank you.
Alex, can you pass me a little bit of vodka after this
I
discussion? I think I
know.
need to be drunk.
I don't think a little bit would be enough. I think
Well, if
after
you
this,
have a bottle, would be enough for both of us.
To just take a
yeah.
little of the edge off, right?
Oh, well, after 2 cups, I am completely drunk.
You will let go exactly as John prescribed us, to do. So
Yes.
Yes,
exactly.
they both really synthesize many of the reflection. I had just yesterday, even with my other friend from United States, we had a call, and I said, I'm feeling I am in 10 different realities at least, and that they are crazy, all those realities, but I am feeling that I'm witnessing and at the same time beyond as human being. And the conclusion, what I cannot do anything to prevent or control, or
Mhm.
I can do just my thing at best I can now. And now I have many projects in place, and I step by step take care of them and nothing else. And when I have my rest time, or moment I don't need to work, or I am not in a call, I stay with my family, I spend some time. Sometimes we watch a film together, sometimes we talk, and I'm feeling really rich for this, because in the end we observe that all is about relationship with ourselves, and relationship with our job, relationship with what we do, relationship with our families. And this relationship lives not in the past, not in the future. They are happening now, because maybe tomorrow will be different, and I don't know, because tomorrow is tomorrow. And it is a year that, if I can consider all these things, I think that it's in balance for me, because at where bad things happen, policies, we see leadership fail many times. We see these conflict everywhere, and we saw many people dying. Someone we know, but not someone we never know what the true reason is, will be. But in the end, I can consider myself very fortunate, and I'm grateful for that, because I have all my family, I have myself, I had COVID, and and no matter what was this year, I'm building many things, and new relationship, and our friendship, and many other friends. I never thought possible that in this situation I have gained a lot of new friends from all over the world. I gained friends from India, from Japan, from Russia, from, even from Italy. I know people I never thought possible that we can meet each other. From United States, from any place in the world, from Nigeria, South Africa. And I say, wow, this is incredible. If you think about, the imagine that the media are giving, that the world is complete mess, we are meeting people, we are creating our own career despite the situation. We are speaking to give value and make people feel that we are with them with these videos, and maybe we are creating some new things for the next year. Who knows? And in balance, because I don't want to use the word positive, is I don't like it very much because it's not realistic, but I'm grateful. Yes, the gratitude is what I am feeling now. Huge sense of gratitude.
Nice. So, guys, where we are going from here?
Well, what John said and what Irene said uh, about relationships, I think when a lots of, from looking at the four of us where we started, we weren't really so um, maybe so overwhelmed about, we were in the moment, and we made a decision in the moment that, okay, we're going to come together and we're going to do this on this day at this time. And we were staying focused on that moment. And when we look back at it, now it's been almost a year. And we were, but each time we came together, it was like we were kind of building a house. We were putting another brick there. And sometimes the house might have been kind of lopsided, but, but nevertheless, it was a house. And the purpose of a house is for shelter. So even a lopsided house or a house with a hole in it, if it provides the shelter, it's still a house. So we were building that and we were trying to stay in that moment. And one of the biggest things that I will take with me for the rest of my life is that no one should do life alone. You should have those relationships. You should build relationships, and they're available because we proved it by the relationships that we have built in such a strange and uncertain time. So just imagine the relationships that we can build with family, with people close to us, if we live, if we open up, because 2020 has taught me that life was not meant to be lived alone. I always thought, oh, I'm good, by myself. I can stay by myself for a long time. But there came a point where it just all erupted. And, I realized, no, human beings were not meant to be alone. We are relational people, creatures. And we can't, that will be one of my biggest things. I will never do life as alone as I was doing it. And I will always try to live and be aware of today, whatever I'm doing today. This is all I have because nothing is really, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we can still work on our today and kind of maybe shape it to the best of our ability. But as John said earlier, we're really not in charge of it. You know, we don't know if a tornado is going to come, a flood, or what. We're not in charge of that. So I guess that's my take of it, and that's how I will go forward, trying to stay in the moment and embrace the moment and just really live more in the moment and create those relationships because human beings were definitely not created to be alone. We were created to have relationships.
Very nice. When Alice, when you are talking about kind of giving the metaphor of the house, and what few things come to my mind, and it's related to kind of being in present as well, because there is a saying that the God is knocking into your door kind of every second, but unfortunately nobody's home. So that being present in my mind also means that you are paying attention to what is now and you do have control. And if someone is knocking to our door, I mean, that's if I would have right now a glass of I don't know, champagne, I would make a toast, and the toast would be that, you know, for the house, the house where, you know, if someone really knock into the door, there is always someone there, and that's actually would be the toast for 21.
I drink for you.
Yay! Perfect. Thank you. You are, yeah.
I'm
So
in the moment.
it is. Okay, guys, super. I'm very happy to, you know, to have that year with you guys, because I think it's, yeah, some kind of remarkable thing happened, and one of actually multiple remarkable things, which is, you know, there are, we can label it like bad stuff, good stuff, but it's definitely remarkable that we come together and we worked. I agree with Alice, like all year, you know, we were building something, and I'm sure we will continue to do so, maybe in a different way, but in the next year as well. So are you okay to wrap it up our today's conversation and wish everyone kind of happy new year and amazing nice celebration? Because in 2 days we're already having, we need to say goodbye to the 2020. And yeah.
Oh, one thing, a joke someone sent to me about 2020. You know, when you turn 21, you can legally drink here in the United States. So beware of pushing to 2021 because 2020 will be legally drinking.
Wow, nice.
So,
well, you are drinking so late, you know, when you are over 7 years old, you could already go. No, I'm joking, but yeah, I mean, we don't wait for 21. Come on. But,
maybe that's what our problem is here. We wait too
exactly.
long. Right?
Yes.
We wait too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been great, guys. I really have enjoyed this year, and I so appreciate you guys. Love you.
Same
Yeah,
here.
guys.
Yeah.
Same here.
Love you
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
very much.
Yeah. No, it's been an amazing journey, and from a personal journey for me as well, to really be able to look at how I see things and perceive things, and frankly, it helped me move through
Yeah.
this COVID and the losses. I mean, because I was much more present and being able to talk about it. And I think that's maybe another big takeaway in my own learning too, is that this gathering together was also about putting things out there. And I think it's so important. You know, we talked about kind of putting things out into the universe. And that for me, I think was really powerful, to be able to talk through things and to share. And it's something that I think is also important as human beings for us to be able to do. Not only gather together and create relationship, but also to communicate. And I think this was a beautiful way to do that. So I thank you all for this opportunity.
I thank you all, and we will be together, as Alex say, maybe in a different way. And but I think that we are really building a house where everyone can be with us and feeling this sense of being a family or friendship or this love everywhere. So that's my wish.
Okay, guys. So see you in 2021 then.
Yes.
Here's to the new year.
Happy New Year, guys.
Bye.